Hey, welcome to Tranquil Code, a place to share code ideas in hopefully stress-free ways. Today I'm just going to do a quick version of the app I built in my last video, which is just a simple CRUD app. I'm not going to go over any examples or go into depth about things. I'm just going to show you the app and get into it. So without further ado, here's the app. If I click the Get button, you see there's nothing in it. If I click add to the hello, it adds the hello to the database, and you can see that I can go into another window and the data persists. And so if I click get on here, it'll still be here. If I click on this update thing and have the old values looking for hello, and then the new value should be bye. If I click update, it'll be gone. And then if I click on the bye and delete that, then there'll be nothing in there. So we're going to get into building that right now. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to npm init and enter through all those things so we can have our package manager. So now that we have that, we're going to make a new file, and we're going to call that app.js. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to call in the express library. So express equals require express, and we're going to say const app equals express, and then we're going to say app.listen. We're going to have a port, which we're going to declare in just a second, and then console.log, and then using backticks, we're going to say server started on port, and then we're going to use our template literal, and we're going to say port, and we're going to declare our port up here, const port equals 3000. And then I'm going to npm install express. And again, all this stuff is covered in a lot more detail in my other video. I'll link it below. And so now we should have a server running. I'm also going to install nodemon real quick, so I don't have to keep saving the restarting and starting the server. Okay, and I'm just going to say npx nodemon app.js. So that'll start the app for me. So every time I save, it'll reflect. So let me see the server started on port 3000 and it's running. So now we're going to add our middleware to the function and to everything, so everything runs all right. So opt-app.use. I'm going to use Morgan for our logging. Say common. Okay, and we're going to add that from to the library too. Const Morgan equals require Morgan. Okay, and now we're going to stop the server to install Morgan in there. So npm install Morgan. And I'm also going to go ahead and install PG as well. So we're going to call that later. So npm install PG. I'm also going to install .env, npm install .env. So we'll go ahead and call those libraries in here. So we have const, let's see, we had PG, so pool equals require PG, and we'll have require .env config for our environment variables. And now we're going to use some other middleware, app.use URL encoded express.url encoded to parse our middleware, our body responses. URL encoded, and then we'll add parentheses and then extended true. And then we'll app.use express.json. Okay. Okay, save to make sure everything's working all right. So now our middleware should be good, and we're going to start up our server again. No errors, it's great. Now we're going to set up our home route. So we're going to say app.get home route. And I'm going to say rec for request and response, rest for response. And then we're just going to res.send hello to make sure everything's working okay. So go back over here and refresh, go back and refresh this. And we should just have, oh, we're on 3,000 now, so we need to go back to 3,000. Okay, it says hello, everything's working all right. So now we're going to go over here and we're going to quickly set up an HTML to send back in the response. So I'm going to change the environment HTML, and I'm going to add that, and I'm going to add form. Action is going to be info slash get, and then method is going to be get, and then it's just going to have an input. Actually, let me go back here and do the quick way here. Input type submit, and the value is going to be get. And then we're just going to copy this, actually this whole thing here. And we're going to go back to the app, and we're going to, instead of pasting this, we're going to change this to backticks and paste it. And we're going to save. And then if we click refresh here, we just get this button that says get. It's not going to do anything right now, but we'll change that shortly. And so now let's go ahead and, let's go ahead and just finish out the whole front end. And in this case, so we'll just say form. We'll copy this one, and then we'll paste this in, and then we'll say this is going to be the add. This is going to take a label, have a label for add, and then this is going to say add, and then this is going to have a input of text. And let's see, actually, let me go ahead and type select text, so that gives me all the fields I need in there. And the name is going to be add, and the ID is going to be add. Okay, so that's going to be our add, and then we're going to add a, let me see if I can straighten this up just real quick. Okay, then we're going to have a delete, and then this is going to be a post, and actually the prior one, the add, is going to be a post as well. Okay, and then we're going to say this is for delete, and let's make this a capital T, and then delete. Let's copy this and paste it in everywhere it needs to go. So delete, and let's see, it needs to turn into a capital delete. Okay, and now that we've done that, let's go ahead and add our update. So our update is going to be very similar to the last two. I'm going to change this to update, and this is going to be kind of update, and this is going to be update. Oh, actually, this is going to be old value here, old value, and old cap. Let's do a camel case, old value, and old value. Okay. Now that we have that, we're going to copy this, and we're going to make something for the new value. So we'll say change this old to new, and new. Let's see. Oh, I didn't change the values with these two, so let's change this value in this button to add, delete, and update. And then we're going to, let's change this also to old value and new value. Don't know why I'm keeping everything all caps with this, but why not? So let's go ahead and copy all these forms we just made, and then paste them into our template right here, or actually right here. So I'm going to paste. And that looks kind of ugly, but it's all right. It still functions the same. So now we have all of our front end done. So we're going to add in our functionality here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add in our, I didn't realize I had made this text small. Let me go ahead and make this text a little bigger. so it's easier to see. Should have done that from the start, but this is going to be a quick video, so hopefully it doesn't matter too much, but this is where most of the real coding happens anyway. So we're going to say app dot get, and we're going to have this be the info slash get route, and comma, and then our request and our response, and then with the arrow keys, and then we're going to we're actually going to go up here and make a pool variable from that PG library. So we'll say let pool equal new pool. Let's straighten this up just a little bit. And now we're gonna, in here, we're gonna call pool.connect, and we're going to add some parameters, and we'll say error, and then client and release. I'm gonna do that, and then we're going to, we're gonna add a try catch block for this as well. Try, make sure we catch any errors in here, and then catch error, and then response.log the error. And let's straighten this up just real quick. Okay, and then we're going to client dot query, and we're gonna select, here's our backticks, and select star from test, and then we're gonna let that be equal to response, and then we're going to release our client, and then we're going to send res.json, and then we'll do rest, which is response.rows. Actually, we don't want to do that. No, oh yes, that's right. We do want to send this back. So we're going to send back the rows here. And so that should be working. So let's go ahead and check that out real quick. And let's see what it says. Can't be reached. Can't read property query of undefined. Let's see, what did I mess up here? It's not maybe. I forgot to add the async await. So we'll sync this and await. Make sure this is an asynchronous call. So we need to make sure, this thing goes right here, that this is waiting for our response instead of executing before our response can finish. Let's see, it's hanging. Let's see here, can't read property query of undefined still. Oh, that's right, I need to set up my environment variables. I always forget that. So let's go ahead and add a new file. So call it .env, and then I'm just going to paste in the values from over here. But essentially, you can pause the video and check them out, or look at my other video to get an example of all of these. But pretty basic Postgres setup. So now that we've done that, we're going to save this, restart the server, go back over here, and you see it's working. If I click get, this is working. Okay, so that's working all right. So let's see, I'm gonna get ready for the next route, which is gonna be the add. So I'm gonna copy this, and it's gonna be very similar to this part right here. So I'm gonna say, instead of info, get, it's gonna be add. And I'm going to, essentially, I'm gonna call this a post. And honestly, the only other thing I'm gonna do besides differently from this versus the other one is I'm just going to change the query, which I'm going to take a peek at real quick because I always forget these queries. So we're going to do insert into test, which is the name of the database, name, which is the name of the column, and values, and then see here, and then I'm going to use the template literal. Oops, I'm just going to done my thing. I'm going to rec.body. This is add. Okay, and that should be it. And then instead of rest.json, I'm just going to rest.redirect to info/get, so we can see what we just added into our database. So if I save this and I say get, and there's nothing here, but if I say hello and add it, then it says we can't get info/info get. So I must have, I think I forgot to add a slash here for this. So let's go back, let's add it, And then, okay, so we saw I added twice because that first one went through, but the redirect route wasn't correct. So now our add's working. So we're going to copy this add route, and we're going to go ahead and do the delete. That's the quickest one to do next. And honestly, all we're going to do for this delete is just change the query. So I'm going to go right here, look at my query really quick, and it's just going to be delete from test where names equal to, and then some quotes, and then temperate literal, and then rec dot body dot delete. Okay, and then let's save that. Okay, and that should work. Let's go make sure I copy that. Okay, and then we're gonna go back to here and let's just see if we can get rid of those hellos in there. And it says can't get info/delete. Make sure I updated everything. So info/delete, we did that all right. Let's make sure it's calling to the right place here in the delete. Looks like it is. I don't see any issues. Let's go back here and refresh this page really quick, and let's just see if we can delete the hello again. It says cannot get info/delete. So I have, oh, it says post. Okay, you need to, oops, sorry. Actually, I did change that to post. I'm actually not sure. It says info/add. Oh, it says add here. So let's change that. Yeah, error messages are your friend. So we'll go back here. Let's try that again. Delete. It still says we can't get info/delete, but we should definitely be able to get info/delete. So let me refresh this one more time. And let's say hello and click delete. I still can't get it. That's strange. Info/delete. Let me info/delete. Just copy this in, make sure it's working okay. Let's see here. Info/delete. Oh, this is the add. That's the add. This is info/delete. Yeah, no issues there. It's a post. Oh, you know what? Maybe oh, this says port here. I think that's why. Yeah, that's a spelling error. So you got to see some of my debugging process. Let's try that again. Still can't get it. Man, we just can't wait for losing today. Let's see what's going on here. It says delete, method post, for delete, label delete, action info/delete, and submit. It should go to post and delete. I actually don't know why this isn't working. That's interesting. Refresh. Oh, it is working now. I guess I'm not sure what happened there. Got to see some fun debugging. Okay, so now that's working, and we're gonna go back, and then we're just gonna go to let's copy this, go here, and then we're gonna go to update. And then this is going to be essentially the same thing. So I'm just going to copy the query, and it's going to be a slightly different query, which is going to be update test set name equal to double quotes, and then temperate literal, and then rec dot body dot this is new value, and then where, oops, I'm gonna keep that quote on the outside, where names equal to, and then our quotes, and then temperate literal, and then the name is equal to rec dot body dot old value. Okay. And then honestly, I think that should be it. Let's go ahead and save that. I don't see any errors. Let's go to update, and let's try to update hello with goodbye. So update it, and it says can't get info update. So let's make sure I change that up here. Info update method port again. Gotta love that port. And then let's just quickly run through here to make sure everything else looks okay. It does, at least in that quick pass through, but we'll find out in a second if it works. Still says can't get. Let's see, post. Oh, let me make sure I refresh this page too, because sometimes that can be an issue. Hello, and then bye, and then update. Yep, now it works. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't, because maybe there's nothing actually in there. Let's say hello. Let's add that, And let's go change this to buy. And now it does say buy. Okay, so it is working. So now we have our full stack app. We click get, it says buy in there. We can add hello to it as well. And then we can delete hello. And then we'll see that says buy. And then we can change buy into hello. And that is it. So that's the end of the video. Just wanted to quickly go through it. Sorry for any mistakes. Just want to shoot it in one take. But if you have any questions or comments, leave them. Any feedback, any likes, just leave those. And hope this was a good experience for you. And I'll catch you next time.